Have you ever felt like something big is coming, but you can't explain why? Maybe your heart is restless, your routines are shifting, or you're being drawn closer to Allah without any clear reason. These aren't coincidences. They may be signs that your sustenance is about to expand in a major way. In Islam, wealth is not just a reward, it's a trust, and before Allah grants it, He prepares the soul receiving it. In this video, we'll uncover 5 powerful signs Allah often sends before big money enters your life. These signs aren't just spiritual hints, they are divine preparations, shaping your mindset, your habits, and your connection with Him. If you've noticed even one of these signs lately, this video is for you. Watch closely, reflect deeply, and prepare. Because what's coming may be bigger than you imagined, and your readiness is the key. Sign 1. Inner restlessness. Before a major financial breakthrough, one of the first signs Allah places in your heart is an inner restlessness, a subtle but persistent feeling that something in your life needs to change. It's not anxiety or impatience. It's a calm, focused discomfort that pushes you out of your comfort zone. You begin to sense that your current environment, habits, or lifestyle no longer align with where you're meant to be. This restlessness is a divine nudge, encouraging you to move forward, even when you don't yet know what lies ahead. This feeling often shows up in unexpected ways. You may suddenly lose interest in routines or activities that once felt fulfilling. You may feel disconnected from people who used to be central in your life. Your heart begins to crave more meaningful work, deeper purpose, and a higher level of impact. You're no longer satisfied with just getting by. You want to build, contribute, and grow. It's important to understand that this inner restlessness is not something to fear. It is, in fact, a sign of spiritual preparation. Allah is shifting your mindset, aligning your values, and preparing your soul to handle the responsibility that comes with wealth. Without this restlessness, most people remain stuck in cycles of mediocrity, content with short-term comfort. Respond to this feeling by becoming more intentional. Begin refining your vision, cleaning up your environment, and distancing yourself from distractions. Allah does not place a desire in your heart without a reason. That unease you feel, it's the soul's way of knocking, letting you know that a new chapter is about to unfold. Pay attention. Inner restlessness is not the end of peace. It's the beginning of purpose. Sign 2. Increased istighfar, seeking forgiveness. Another powerful sign that big money or a major blessing is approaching is an unexpected and sincere increase in istighfar, the act of seeking Allah's forgiveness. Without anyone prompting you, you begin to say Astaghfirullah more often. It becomes second nature, flowing from your heart rather than just your lips. This isn't just a religious habit, it's a spiritual cleansing initiated by Allah Himself. He is purifying you to receive something greater. When wealth is written for someone, it is not just a worldly gift. It's a responsibility that demands spiritual maturity. Allah, in His mercy, draws you closer through istighfar so that your heart becomes soft, humble, and aware of its imperfections. You begin reflecting more deeply on past actions, even things you thought were minor. You may feel the urge to apologize, make amends, or silently ask Allah for mercy during quiet moments. This is not guilt, it's growth. Istighfar also brings barakah, blessing, in unexpected ways. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "Whoever constantly seeks forgiveness, Allah will make for him a way out of every distress and a relief from every anxiety, and will provide for him from where he does not expect." This hadith is not metaphorical. It's a reality for those attuned to it. Often, before a person is elevated in wealth, status, or opportunity, Allah removes spiritual blocks. Sins, even hidden ones, can act as barriers. When you're drawn to istighfar, it's a sign those barriers are being lifted. The doors are being unlocked. So if you find yourself spontaneously seeking forgiveness throughout your day, while walking, working, or resting, know that it's not random. It's a divine sign that something good is near, and Allah wants your heart to be clean when it arrives. Sign 3. Loss or delay. One of the most misunderstood, yet powerful signs that wealth is coming into your life is the experience of loss or delay. Things that once came easily may start slipping away. Opportunities that seem certain suddenly fall through. You might feel like you're putting in more effort than ever, yet results are slower or entirely absent. To the untrained heart, this feels like rejection, but in truth, it is divine redirection. Loss and delay are often Allah's way of removing distractions and attachments that could interfere with what He's about to give you. Sometimes a job must end so you can start a business. A relationship must fade so you can rediscover your self-worth. A door must close so you stop knocking and start building. These moments of apparent setback are not punishment, they are preparation. During these periods, many people are tempted to give up or fall into despair. But this is the exact moment when your response matters most. If you meet the delay with patience, gratitude, and trust in Allah's plan, you elevate your readiness for the next stage. Remember, no delay is random. No loss is wasted. Allah is never careless with His servants. Wealth, especially sudden wealth, requires discipline, clarity, and humility. If you receive it before you're ready, it can harm more than help. So, Allah slows you down, not to withhold, but to protect. He removes what is not aligned with your purpose so He can make room for what is. If you're facing unexplained obstacles, missed opportunities, or closed doors, don't assume the worst. Look deeper. This could be the sign that a major blessing is being delayed, only until you are ready to handle it with wisdom, gratitude, and purpose. Sign 4. Sudden clarity and discipline. A subtle but profound sign that big money is on its way is the emergence of sudden mental clarity and discipline. Out of nowhere, you begin to think more clearly. Your goals sharpen, your distractions feel obvious, and your time starts to matter more. This isn't just personal growth, it's divine alignment. Allah is refining your focus so you can carry the responsibility that comes with greater provision. Where once you procrastinated or lacked direction, now you feel an urge to organize, plan, and build. You begin to notice where your time is going and feel uncomfortable wasting it. You might start waking up earlier, cutting down on idle talk, or being more intentional with your money, even before your income increases. This shift is not forced, it feels natural. That's how you know it's from Allah. Discipline begins to appear in the small details of life. You start paying attention to habits you used to ignore: your eating, your spending, your sleep, and even your circle of influence. This is because Allah knows wealth amplifies what already exists. If you lack self-control, money will expose it. If you carry purpose, money will expand it. This clarity also affects your decisions. You no longer chase every shiny opportunity. Instead, you start filtering choices through purpose and principles. You sense when something feels right or wrong, even without full information. This is the beginning of hikmah, divinely inspired wisdom. If you find yourself suddenly drawn to structure, productivity, and intentional living, Know that you're not just becoming disciplined, you're being prepared. Allah is clearing mental fog and strengthening your character, not just so you can receive wealth, but so you can sustain it without it corrupting you. Sign 5. Closer to Allah. Perhaps the most beautiful and powerful sign that Allah is preparing to entrust you with wealth is when you feel a sudden and sincere pull toward Him. This isn't forced religiosity or a response to guilt. It's a quiet but deep yearning to reconnect with your Creator. You begin seeking out moments of solitude, craving silence over noise and presence over performance. In these moments, your soul starts to speak. Your acts of worship begin to feel more meaningful. Salah is no longer just a routine. It becomes a moment of peace. You might find yourself whispering dua more often, reflecting on the Quran with curiosity, or simply sitting in stillness with a softened heart. This nearness is not accidental. Allah is calling you back before blessing you forward. This closeness also reveals itself in your inner state. You feel a greater sense of contentment, even if your external situation hasn't changed. You trust more, complain less, and begin to detach from material validation. Ironically, this spiritual detachment is what prepares you to handle material success. Because now, your heart isn't chasing money, it's anchored in the one who provides it. Wealth can either elevate a person or destroy them. That's why Allah draws His sincere servants nearer before He gives. He ensures they're rooted in Him, so the blessing doesn't become a distraction. If you feel your heart awakening, your du'as deepening, or your eyes tearing during prayers without knowing why, take notice. Allah is preparing your soul for something much bigger than income. So when you begin to feel closer to Allah without any external reason, don't ignore it. It is one of the clearest signs that He's not only about to change your situation, but elevate your entire life. If you've seen even one of these signs in your life, know that Allah is guiding you towards something greater. So stay patient, stay grateful, and stay connected. At Purpose Deen, we're here to help you grow in faith and purpose every step of the way. If this video resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more spiritually uplifting content. Before you go, comment this dua below. May Allah bless me with wealth that brings me closer to Him, not further. Let's make that our shared intention together.